You're listening to Frank Talks Pleasures and Lifestyles, and I'm Frank because I have to be. In studio today we have Micheline Anne Montreuil. She is a lawyer and a transgendered person. Welcome back to studio, Micheline.
It's a pleasure again to talk to you, Frank.
Let's go back to something we talked about but didn't really get into in the last segment. The process of coming to the decision that you no longer wanted to live as a man who was living as a woman, that you wanted to actually live as a woman.
Yes.
And go through the operation. What was the process going through in your mind?
I mean, it's not a very logical process, because someday you decide that you wish to be. You know that you have to be. You know that you wish to be, that you want to be, that you need to be, but it's not very logical, in meaning that it's more a lot of feeling, a lot of impression that you wish to be someone different. And you just someday put on a bra, panties, hose, dress, and put on some makeup and say, well, from now I am a girl. I can't explain it, because it's more a question of feeling. So if I wish to explain to you what it is, I just say, look, this morning I've decided that from now on I will be a girl, and that's all. And it's like when you are in love with someone. Can you tell exactly why you are in love?
No, you can't.
No. So why you are a girl? I feel that I am one.
When you were a transvestite, though, you were already receiving so much prejudice, so much resistance. Weren't you at all afraid that the resistance and the prejudice would climb even higher if you went through with the operation?
I was thinking many things at the same time. The first one is, I wish to be a transgender, or maybe a transsexual. So you know that you have to do it. You know that sometimes you may encounter some discrimination, but I may tell you something. I have never expected to meet a big wall of discrimination. That was certainly the worst thing. I didn't expect for that, but I realize now that it was the reality.
For the benefit of our listeners who may be in a position now where you were a few years ago, can you give us details about the hormone therapy you went through and the operations?
Yes. But the system or the process is very easy to understand and to handle. When you decide that you are, in my case, a girl, the process is very easy. Usually you have to encounter at least a psychiatrist and a psychologist to let them examine you and tell to people, oh, this is a girl, and she must have hormonal therapy, surgery, and so on.
How long does that take? How long do they have to examine you before they come to that conclusion?
Usually it's around 5 years period of life, because at the beginning they will ask you to live as a woman without hormone or anything else. So you will dress as a woman, live as a woman. The reason is very easy. If after 2 weeks you hate to live as a woman, you don't like that, so you will have no problem with hormones or surgery. But if after 1 year of living as full-time as a woman, and the 1 year of testing and decide that you are a woman, next step will be the hormonal therapy. Each man have, I may say, a part of female genetic background inside him. So with the hormones, usually what will happen, your boobs will just increase from 0 to A, B, C, D. The size of the boobs will depend about your genetic background, so your family. If your sister and mother have small boobs, you will have small usually. If they have big ones, you may have big ones too. So you will take hormones as long as your boobs will continue to increase.
So what you're saying is that when someone goes through the transgendered process, they don't automatically have breast implants. It's not automatically a silicone implant.
No, in my case, I don't have implants. But perhaps it would have been a good solution. The problem when I take 2 pounds on each boob. It takes 20 pounds on each hip. So when you take hormones, sometimes some fat with, I may say, fix on you, or it will be stabilized on you, so you may increase your weight of easily 10, 20, 30, or even 40 pounds.
What are the other side effects of the hormonal therapy?
The big effect is on your penis, because usually it will shrunk for at least the 2/3, so you will have just 1/3 of his regular size. You will be able to have an erection, but it will be a smaller one and a little bit painful. And you will have no more cum, because it will become more like I may say, a translucent liquid, a little bit like water, because in the same time that you take female hormone, you take also what we call anti-androgen. Anti-androgen hormone is a kind of hormone to stop your own male hormone, to help the female to do their job. So usually what will happen, you will have no more sperm, or I don't know exactly the word in English. But what will happen, in fact, you may have an erection, but it will be a smaller one, a little bit more painful, and you are unable to put a woman pregnant. And if you take hormones during a good period, a long one, like 2 years or 3 years, you will reach what we call the chemical castration step. So even if you stop hormones, you will need for the rest of your life hormones anyway, like a pills, because your organism will be unable to produce any hormone, male or female. So you will be condemned to take the pills for the rest of your life. It is the main, I may say, concern. But otherwise, the rest of your life is not affected. You will keep your hair on your body if you have. Your voice will not become more female. People think that hormones are just doing a lot of things. Hormones are doing two things: giving you bigger boobs and giving you more fat in your bottom, tummy or belly, and hips. This is the main effect. A little bit on the arms too, but when you take female hormone, it's for stabilization, the fat inside you. So you will have more, and that's all.
And how long were you on these hormones?
I was for about 2 years, but I always go by period of 3 months, and left a 3 month gap between each 3 month period to always keep my male hormone system functional. So even if I am boobs now, I don't need female hormone on a permanent basis, because my male hormone system is still functioning well.
Okay. And would you recommend that people do the same thing, to do it for 3 months, stop, and for another 3, and so on?
If you are a TS, and you will have no more penis anyway, and just a vagina, you don't care, it does not matter. But if you are a TG and you wish to have a functional penis, you will just go 3 months by 3 months to always give a rest to your system, because during the 3 months that you will be on rest, your male hormone will take back their power, and you will be able to have a standard erection. The penis will increase back to its original size, and you will have a standard erection. You will not need Viagra for that.
Now that you've gone through as far as you want to go in this procedure of change, you don't want to proceed with further operations at this time?
No, I don't.
Do you consider yourself having a new birthday because you're like a new person, or do you still celebrate your birthday every year from the time you were young?
For me, I have two birthdays: the original one and May the 13th, the second one.
And which one do you celebrate more?
I may say the original one, because people will always celebrate the original one. But for myself, the second one is as important as the first one too.